Good morning. Welcome to Devotions. The suggested reading for today is Mark 2:23 to verse 28. And this reading describes an incident where Jesus and his disciples are walking through grain fields on the Sabbath. The disciples begin to pluck heads of grain, which prompts the Pharisees to criticize them for doing what is considered unlawful on the Sabbath. Jesus responds by repeating the story of David, who ate consecrated bread when he and his companions were hungry, despite it being lawful only for priests to eat. Jesus ends by saying that the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. So the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath. We are dealing here with human needs versus strict Sabbath rules. The Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath. We all have a tendency to hold on to our traditions and values sometimes at the expense of others. For example, how we celebrate Christmas comes into conflict perhaps with one's new husband's family way of doing things. Whose tradition does one continue to follow? The Pharisees were feeling vulnerable at this Jesus who was turning all they knew upside down. Surely, too, if someone is starving, one addresses the need at the expense of the rule. Perfectionism is a problem. Perfectionism reflected by these Pharisees is often setting very high standards for themselves, which can lead to constant worry and stress about meeting those standards. Perfectionists may impose high standards on others, leading to frustration. Perfectionists also become overly critical, and they struggle to appreciate their achievements because they are focused on what could have been better. This can lead to dissatisfaction and a lack of fulfillment in life. If we fall into this category of defending our way, or fall into the category of being a perfectionist, we are missing the boat of what God truly offers. Legalism versus grace. There are hardliners who believe that the 10 Commandments must be obeyed, that shops and restaurants should not be open on Sunday, and that no leisure activity should be enjoyed. For me, the Sabbath principle merely reminds us that there must be a time in our week when we stop and take note of God. It is a sin to let our lives become so rushed, so full of busyness, that we fail to take care of two vital human needs: rest and worship. I quote Walter Brueggemann, who said, "I like very much the article I read that says that the Sabbath is the day in which the author hands his life back to God every week to remember that it is not his own." That acknowledgement that we belong to a generous God changes how we live the other 6 days of our lives. End of quote. Another scholar observed, the Sabbath is not a place, it's a structure, a cathedral in time. My grandson often wakes up and asks his parents, "Sing Happy New Year, church today, play with Olivia." That's his happy place. And I think he actually means sing hallelujah. I end with these lines from hymn 432. I heard the voice of Jesus say, "Come unto me and rest. Lay down, thou weary one. Lay down thy head upon my breast." I came to Jesus as I was weary and worn and sad. I found in him a resting place, and he has made me glad. Our lives will never be effective unless we depend on God, preferably every day, not just a Sunday. Amen. And see you next time.